What's going on, YouTube? What's going on, world? Because not just YouTube is watching this. It's your boy, the author, right back at that ass again. And here's another one. Boop! Just thought I had that for some reason. I'm sorry if I scared you. Just want to make this brief video, man. I've been out of pocket for a while, meaning I took a brief break. That's the street way for all of you conservatives out there. That's the street way of saying I'm out of pocket. That means I've been absent for a while. I had one guy criticize my video, one of the ones I made a few years back, saying I made a critique on this book about, female domination in the home and how in reality, females have always had the power. And he says that the ghetto way in which I articulated, or the way in which I spoke about the book, I gave a ghetto review. So it was a bad video because I gave a ghetto review. Well, if you want a non-ghetto review, or you want someone to talk like this and talk about the book, then you might want to change the dial, because I don't talk like that. All right. So basically, I just wanted to make this brief video, man. Not sure what I'm going to entitle this video, but I just want to say that black women are only pro-black when you don't want them anymore, when you want another race of women. And I just want to touch first and foremost on the bad habits. I made this video about Simone Giles and Gabby Douglas. I had to write that down. Gabby Douglas, the two gymnasts who were criticized for wearing their natural hair. I made a video, I think, in about 6 months back, December 17th, about that video, about an article I had read about Simone Biles. I think they criticized her on her hair. I just rewatched that video. You guys should check it out. I think I made it on December 17th of last year, 2017. And I wanted to add to that. I tied that into how black women hate their hair. So I think a black woman criticized Simone Biles in a tweet saying she needs more black friends. I was saying how Gabby Douglas, she was a gymnast, and she was also criticized for not wearing a weave during her gymnastics, during her, on her job, actually, because the way I look at it, the gymnasts are paid for that. They get endorsements. They get commercials. So when they do that with Simone Giles, and I think Gabby Douglas won in 2012 the floor exercise, won the gold medal in the 2012 Olympics. I think Simone Giles won the Olympics in 2016. Both were criticized for wearing their natural hair. And this girl that this video was saying it was mostly black women. The black woman made this video that said it was mostly black women criticizing Gabby Douglas. And I believe, like I said in my previous video, I said I believe that Simone Giles was criticized by mostly black women. And my thing is too. One thing I mentioned in the video, black women some will tell you that the reason why they wear weaves is because on these jobs, white people require them to wear weaves. Now, I do know in the late 1800s, black women had to cover their hair because white men felt that, their hair somehow offended them. So they covered it with, the African, head wrap. But these new age females aren't wearing African head wraps. Most are wearing weaves, right? So, and some black people made a point. See, that's why black women, no, that's not an excuse for wearing weaves. African head wrap is not the same as wearing, putting glue on your head on your real hair and attaching some other race's hair to your head, I don't think that's a requirement that white people made. But anyway, I spoke on this issue where most black women will tell you, hey, the reason why we wear weaves is because in the workplace it's required. We can't wear our real hair, right? That's what they claim, right? But Simone Biles and Gabby Douglas were at work, okay, because they're gymnasts. They won their gold medal. So they were at work. They get their endorsements through being gym specialists, gym professionals, right? So they were at work wearing their natural hair, and black women criticized them for it. I repeat, they were at work, okay, because that's how they get their endorsements. They get their support through being gymnasts. So they were at work wearing their natural hair, and it wasn't white women, but it was black women criticizing Gabby Douglas and Simone Biles for wearing their natural hair when they were at work. But some women will tell you, some black women will tell you, the reason why they don't wear their natural hair is because the workplace requires them to hide that. So they wear the weave. Right? But they were the one criticizing black women, two professional black women who were at work, right? Wearing their natural hair. They criticized them for wearing their natural hair. Girl, you need some black friends, or girl, you should do something with your head, meaning add weave to it, right? So I'm getting back to the point of this video, man. Those bad habits from black women is one of the reasons why brothers are quote unquote hopping the fence. You know, expanding their options, especially with the emergence of Filipino women really taking an interest in brothers over the past years. Certain Asian women are really starting to take a liking to brothers. Brazilian women, women in the Dominican Republic. So a lot of brothers are going outside of the country to find their wives based on some of the bad habits they're dealing with from their own women. Now, I'm not saying the overall moral compass of the American woman in general hasn't deteriorated, but we all know that if the white society has a cold, the black community will get pneumonia. So, in other words, if whites are having a hard time, if white men feel that they're having a hard time with their women, then, you know, the black man, it's 10 times worse. He's not even in the home. Most black men aren't even in the home, right? Because, you know, social services say that they can't be. So, in retrospect, to tie all of this together, black women, as a result to brothers going off and dating white women or Asian women or Arab women, or Malaysian women, or some other woman like that, Brazilian. That's when black women tend to get pro-black, right? Because if you're the average black man, just like when I used to come to my mother and say, well, XYZ, I said Farrakhan, you know, did when I used to watch Farrakhan, I said Farrakhan said XYZ. Oh, that's so much. You'll hear the average black woman will say that. There's so much bullshit, always blaming the white man for your problems, always blaming whitey. And fuck it ain't about the white man keeping you down. It's about you keeping you down and all that. So it's no such thing as white supremacy, nothing like that, right? But when you don't want them and you want another race of women, be that a white woman or a Dominican or some other race of woman, especially a white woman, they'll say, oh, you had to go get you a white girl. You know, you can't handle a black woman, don't you? And I saw this black woman make this video, too, about blacks interracial IR or interracial relationships. They don't work because most, especially she really was referring to black men, but she didn't want to, look like she was favoring black women. But she was like, white women just want black men for a convenience. something they can get out of you, right? So she's being very racial, right? Because what you're saying is really no white woman can really actually like or love a black man for who he is, right? Even though I see a lot of brothers out here without a nickel with white women who make 3 times as much as they make, right? I've been in relationships like that where, you know, I'm the security guard at Tiffany. She's the manager, and we're not only having sexual relations, but she's paying for everything, right? Okay, so whereas a black woman would say, I would never do, average black woman got the weave and everything like that, and I have to pay everything for her. She might not even have a job, and I got to pay for everything just to have hopes of having sex, right? Right? I know you brothers know what I'm talking about, right? So they're quick to get racial then. But they're not racial if you'll say, well, baby, they're not giving me a job, and even CNN will tell you, hey, look, the average white man with a felony has a better chance of getting a job than a black man without a felony. And I've seen this personally myself, where it was a white dude with the record, and he ended up making getting up higher in the company than I did. And I was a grad student. I repeat, he had a prior record, right? I'm clean. I was a grad student at the time. I mean, I had my associates and bachelors, and he moved up quicker in the company than I did. CNN will tell you on average that a white man with a felony has a better chance of getting a job than a black man without a felony. CNN will tell you that, right? And it's actually worse than that, but they'll give you that one because they don't want to totally insult your intelligence, right? But if you tell the average black female that she came back from trying to get a job, she's not trying to hear that. Ain't no such thing as racism. Your black ass just don't want to work, right? So that's the thing there. But when you want to step out and get your white woman, you got to get you a white woman. You can't handle black. So that's the only time when they'll get racial, right? When they know you don't want their ass no more, and you're gonna go to the other side, the side with the hair that they buy. That where they buy their hair, you're gonna go to that side, right? So that's when they get racial. That's when I see them getting the most racial. Again, that's when they go against white women. When you want to step off and you don't want to have anything to do with them anymore. Yeah, and the woman you might be with might not even be white. She might have a similar complexion to a white woman. Even if you were a light skin or some red bones. I've been in a biracial relationship. I've had brown skin black women really get angry. Even if you were a real high yellow female. Now they'll claim to be nice with her when she's in a group, but if she has a man, like when I was in Red Lobster, my girl took me out for graduation. They were all a group of black females were at a table sitting down talking shit. Wanted us to hear them, right? But they were all alone. No man at the table, right? But she was with me. I was the black female's complexion. The 4 of them at the table. Didn't want to look at them, right? But my girl she has a white mother. So at the time, she was very light complected. And they wanted me to overhear their conversation, talking shit about this and that. She taking him out, all bullshit. Didn't even know us, right? So that's when they really get racial. When you don't want their ass no more. And you don't want them for obvious reasons. So I just wanted to make a quick video on that, man. I just been seeing these videos. I just made a video about the black community can be saved through alpha male marriages. But, ultimately, black women, I don't think they don't want to see change. They like the situation that they're in. For the most part, they can get jobs faster than black men without needing any education at all. They're taken care of on both sides. If they're on social services, they're getting taken care of on that side. All they have to do is continue to procreate, and they'll be paid wages. They may have to work part-time. They'll pocket all the money and get all the child support. without having to really even be a real parent. A lot of these young black girls, they are receiving social services and they're working part time. They're not even taking care of the kid. A lot of times it's just their mother is watching the kid. Because how can you have 2 or 3 kids and you're at the club every other week? So now you're working on having another one, but you got 2 at home. Who's watching them at night? Hard to find a babysitter at night, so that's your parents. So a lot of them are saying, well, black men aren't taking care of their kids. A lot of black females aren't taking care of their kids either. It's the grandparents who are taking care of the kids. In a lot of cases, especially if they're in their late teens or early 20s. But yeah, I just want to say, yeah, black women are only pro-black when you don't want them anymore. In most cases, that's when they get the most racial. When they see that you have, just like when I have a lot of I have a lot of pictures on my Facebook, and they're mostly of non-black women, either white women or Asian women or Middle Eastern women or women from other places, Dominican Republic, Brazilian, things of that nature. And I know they don't like my page. I'll get little comments here and there, but I know that they don't like my page. I think one made a comment. Well, I know you don't date black women. I see all those pictures on your Facebook, and they don't like it when you're not really attracted to them anymore. But they don't consider why. They don't care about why. They just want you to follow them no matter what they do. And not everybody's gonna go about that. I mean, yeah, you're gonna face problems hopping the fence. You're gonna face racism from their family and things from some of the families and things of that nature. But like I wanted it, I think it's better than the situation we're currently in. And it's like the one female who said that only the one female YouTuber who made that video that says most the other races, they only want like a white female will only date a black man because of convenience, because of what he can do for her. But it's the same thing. Like, and I wrote a comment on that video. It's the same thing. It sounds like black women only want black men for their money or because of the big dick or something like that. So they're no different from the black female from the white female, I'm sorry, that you're referring to. They're pretty much the same in the same category. They want to use men for their money as well. So if both sides are the same, who should I get with? Like I said, I've been with plenty of white women who I haven't had to pay anything. I haven't had to pay for, and if I do pay for one thing, they'll gladly pay for 6 or 7 other things. Whereas with most black women, you're always having to pay for something, and it's crazy. But I just want to make this brief video. Like I said, be sure to like and subscribe. I have another one coming in just a bit, but I want everyone to take care, look after themselves. And once again, it's your boy, the author, signing out.